integrated development at the heart of the CBD Canninghill Piers. On one of the piers is near Fort Canning Park, with recognizable, well-loved hilltop. The other side is the very vibrant, known for its lifestyle, heritage, and cultural offerings. Sounds interesting enough? Let's welcome Zach Huang. Zach, over.
All right. Thank you very much, John. Thank you, everyone, for coming on a Saturday 11 a.m. set to feature Canninghill Piers. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our first speaker, Chris Chen, for such a great introduction. So all of you have been hearing from Chris about it, so I'll zoom down into Canninghill Piers. All right, so if you can look at the photo there, how many of Liang Court? If you do recognize Liang, you just type inside the group chat number 1. See how many of you actually know where Liang Court is. All right. Okay, I have been in the business for the past 15 years. Our BRA project division director for Canninghill. Just a short disclaimer, every customer's financial situation is different. Okay, I will share based on my own investment point of view, right? For any major property decision, please speak to our ERA sales people. Okay, if you look at this photo, this is the former Liang Court. Okay, this is really unique because this coming up integrated project will be launched, okay, probably in third quarter this year. Okay, and it really stands alone, very different from the rest of the apartment. Okay, I do not have the perspective yet, but once we do have, the ERA sales people will send it to you. But looking at this strategic location, you realize that no other residential is near us. Okay, and in front of us, if you can see the greenery patch where my cursor is, this is actually the Fort Canning here, right? Of course, the very famous Clarke Quay area where most of us go there for wine and dine to catch up with friends. Okay, and this is also flanked by Singapore River, which is very unique. Location that is near Orchard Road, yet you have got this riverfront, okay, frontage, okay, that gives you a very scenic view. Let me share with you some project description. Whatever we got it from developer, I will showcase it to you. First, you must understand Canninghill Piers. All right, this project has got this very rare and river dual frontage in the city central region. All right, Singapore central region. Okay, that's Fort Canninghill and also Singapore River. I did this PowerPoint illustration on the right hand side, if you can see. Okay, we are definitely going to have this 48-story, the one in gray. All right, this 48-story residential in tandem with this 24-story, okay, side by side linked with a sky bridge, okay, integrated with 21-story Moxy Hotel. Okay, Moxy Hotel is actually run by Marriott. Okay, they are very famous for being very lively, fun hotel, right? 20-story service residences, which is also our service apartment. You can see my cursor, 20-story of service apartment, okay? And this will be run by Somerset residents. And if you understand, Somerset residents used to be there at Liang Court as well. These are run by CapitaLand, okay? And of course, we have got this 2-story commercial podium, okay, that feature retail, fashion, F&B, etc. So that is why this is a integrated project. So very much of a different kind of units for different kind of customers. We do offer 1 to 5 bedrooms apartment from investment all the way to own stay. We have got different types for you to choose for, sky suites, and of course we do have super penthouse. All right, I believe this is where the super penthouse, the 48-story residential. Okay, this is where the super penthouse gonna be, whereby you do see, okay, the Fort Canninghill and over the Singapore River. But what's important about Canninghill Piers is that you must understand we are actually linked, okay, to Fort Canning MRT station directly via our basement. Okay, so these are some project description you can take note. Okay, moving on. I actually got this perspective from 99.co, probably few years ago. Somebody come up with this perspective, okay, also showcasing some commercial podium, all right, and 4 different buildings. Okay, and you can see beside us potentially there might be a waterfront hotel. Okay, and behind us is the Fort Canninghill. So another perspective from Google Earth, right? So this is where Liang Court is. Take note, okay, this is not only one reputable developer. We are going to have two reputable developers in Singapore, CapitaLand and CDL, coming together working on this iconic project. Designer architect is from Denmark, 𝒁𝐴ngels Group, in short DIG. Of course, they are supported by our local project architect, DP Architect, which is famous for luxury property and landscape project interior design, as per what you have seen in my slide. Okay, so also another perspective, you can see how the Fort Canning and also the river, Singapore River, and you realize that there's no residential or other tall buildings beside us. Okay, first thing I would like to discuss is actually on the prime central location, and I'll also show you different views that I got it from online, especially Google Earth. Okay, more importantly, you must understand this location. Okay, you are flanked by Singapore River. Okay, please remember, okay, we got this very historical where our ancestor actually started, okay, the history of Singapore. We got this very beautiful river, okay, with a lot of shop houses. Okay, currently there's a lot of commercial, okay, and F&B along, okay, this river. And if you're familiar, okay, with Fort Canning, we got this greenery directly in front of Canninghill Piers. Okay, very Instagrammable. Few days ago, I actually climbed up this Fort Canning Hill, right? So as a resident, okay, or potential tenant of Canninghill Piers, you can possibly go down the basement MRT, okay, right, and walk towards Fort Canning Hill, whereby you actually get a lot of space and greenery and fresh air, okay, in this part, okay, of the city. And this is really the latest photo. Okay, some of you probably will be asking, is Liang Court torn down already? Okay, this is the current situation of the construction. These photos are taken just 2 days ago. All right, so they are in the midst of tearing down Liang Court. Okay, if you go even higher, all right, this is the view. Okay, then you can do some exercise and work out here with the staircase. All right, how many of you know that 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑀𝐸𝑅 Bakery, okay, is actually at Fort Canning Hill, right? If you know 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑀𝐸𝑅 Bakery is there, can you just type yes? So the experience I have when I visited Fort Canning Hill is probably like 300 meters away from 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑀𝐸𝑅 Bakery. You can already smell all the bakery fragrance that is coming out, okay? That you get to enjoy while doing your workout. Okay, so if you want something, they are still open. Okay, if you want to visit them, I think this is the 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑀𝐸𝑅 Bakery, right, whereby it is less visited. Okay, so you can enjoy more time, okay, with lesser people at this part of 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑀𝐸𝑅 Bakery after, okay, our heightening alerts, not now. Okay, so I want to show you this Google Earth perspective. If you can see my cursor, this is where Liang Court is. On my left, Fort Canning, right? So of course, if you look towards the southern part, can you all see Marina Bay? Okay, you realize that there isn't a lot of buildings that is blocking our frontage. So we are expecting a very good Marina Bay and CBD frontage. All right, so behind us is also Orchard Road. Okay, right, so generally there will be 3 directions, okay, that you can probably see from Canninghill Piers. Okay, Orchard is one direction. Okay, of course you have got Marina Bay Sands direction, which is facing south, and of course you have got Sentosa and CBD. But the highlight of Canninghill Piers is definitely this Fort Canning here, which is facing the greenery. Okay, of course, the more premium view will be this Singapore River, okay, whereby you faces the water. Okay, just want to share a little bit that I found it online. I'm not really into feng shui, but I felt it makes sense to me. Okay, for probably I'll just share in Mandarin first. 门前有流水，门后有靠山. Okay, according to my online research, this is probably the best potential location, okay, in Singapore that you can probably find. Okay, this is the 宝地, probably the best land that you can find. that CDL and CapitaLand choose to redevelop. And if you can look at the perspective, okay, usually people who stay in this kind of location, they will do better in life. Okay, they will be more, they will be wealthier, okay, and healthier definitely, because you got Fort Canning Hill. Okay, so just something out of the property context, just want to share with all of you who are listening. Okay, another perspective. This perspective show you how huge Fort Canning Park is. Okay, you probably can spend the morning here, right, without even going too far for your workout. So if you can see, this is actually the MRT station, right? Can you see my cursor? What you need to do is to, once you come down to your basement, walk, right? And this is the exit towards Fort Canning Park. Okay, 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑀𝐸𝑅 Bakery is here. Okay, for those who wants to go, it is somewhere here. You can visit 𝒞𝒪𝑅𝑚𝐸𝑅 Bakery. Okay, of course, ROM is also here. This is really a huge place, a very comfortable place for you to do your morning or evening run if you want to. Okay, CTE, we are actually coming from here, right? Okay, this is the potential view for Canninghill Piers. So really huge frontage, okay? And this is the directly opposite side of Canninghill Piers. You realize that you got two different kind of river frontage. One probably you can face towards, okay, River Valley, face towards Robertson Quay, which is here where my cursor is. Okay, very long frontage of river, not very high buildings in front of us. Okay, and also to your left, we have got another side whereby you see Riverside Point, and towards the Clarke Quay side where you see all the ferry, okay, the river taxi. So this is the potential view. Okay, just remember this 48-story will be somewhere here. Can you see the former Liang Court swimming pool? The 48-story will go up directly. So probably those who are considering the high-rise 48-story, you will get this splendid Singapore river view. Okay, another perspective, right? Marina Bay, just now I did show you. Okay, so if you look towards your left, you definitely can see this iconic MBS view. And I think CBD view is always very nice. Okay, we got very nice skyline, okay, in Singapore. Okay, so if you go high, in fact, you don't have to really go high enough, because all these buildings are pretty far away from us. So everybody, okay, no matter which direction you are facing at Canninghill Piers, you do enjoy very unblocked view or greenery view. Okay, and this is somewhere whereby you can see Sentosa. You look towards your left, you can see CBD. Okay, let me just go back. Okay, you can see CBD towards the left-hand side, and you can see this very beautiful orangey kind of shop houses, rooftop. Okay, which looks very nice. Add some color to the city skyline. All right, then of course, later on, okay, if you hold long enough, you can actually see Greater Southern Waterfront, okay, and of course, Sentosa, if you look far enough. And this is the view from Canninghill Piers. Okay, something to take note, okay, developers to me is always one of the consideration when buying any property for own stay or investment, is the quality that you want to look into, okay, and also the construction, okay, and whatever appliances that they potentially will be giving you. Okay, so for this project, we are very privileged to have CapitaLand and CDL coming together working on this mega integrated project. Right, so I do showcase some CapitaLand project, right? So if you realize that they have done some integrated project like Orchard Residence, bottom left, you can see, right? Okay, also Bedok Residence, mixed development like Canninghill 9, and of course the very famous iconic sky habitat Dunedin. All right, okay, and also Sengkang Grand, and now they are also selling One Pearl Bank, very iconic by CapitaLand. So CapitaLand generally they do very iconic, okay, building, right? Gives you a very nice facade. Okay, people will recognize, because just now if you remember, Chris do share about the branding of every particular project. Okay, the brand, okay, is important to protect your capital appreciation. All right, so I move on to CDL. Of course, if you drive past Orchard Road towards Takashimaya, you definitely will see this new Futura. I was also the DD in charge, Novell 18. okay, St. Regis, W Residence, Tribeca, Gramercy Park, and of course this high-end luxury integrated project called South Beach Residences, not forgetting House on Handy, and the ultra luxe Boulevard 88 is also the product of CDL. So in short, I just want to reiterate that CapitaLand and CDL, they are probably the best developer coming together to work on Canninghill Piers. Okay, not forgetting the lifestyle, okay, in this location. Okay, it has been a long time since Clarke Quay has got a development coming up. So on top of that, you actually must enjoy the F&B and entertainment. Okay, if you're buying for investment, trust me, people will love this location. Okay, so you see, a few years back, CapitaLand, just in case you do not know, they are also the operator, okay, for Clarke Quay, right? So they manages this Clarke Quay shop houses and F&B outlets. Okay, so trust me, they have got interest in place, so they will definitely do a good job for Canninghill Piers. So you realize that in this location, you have got a place in Singapore that don't really look like Singapore again, right? Okay, of course, if you want to walk even further, you have got Robertson Quay. But with these shop houses and upcoming 48-story high-rise Canninghill Piers, we're gonna add more spice into Clarke Quay. Okay, so people will just alight from Clarke Quay MRT station, okay, do some shopping, okay, and also come over to Clarke Quay to enjoy F&B, to catch up with friends. So it's a mixture of modern and tradition, okay, in this location. Okay, I do feature, okay, if you have not take any breakfast, you can choose your breakfast from my screen here. Okay, maybe probably just to interact with the audience a little bit, which is your favorite restaurant? Probably you can type inside the group chat. Okay, we can do see the local delights being featured. Okay, some bars, okay, Western food, steamboat. How many of you love Hai Di Lao? If you love Hai Di Lao, maybe you type HDL inside the chat group. All right. So different kind of cuisine to suit different kind of customers and residents, okay, in this location, F&B. So entertainment wise, so there's people who love clubbing, to have enjoy wine. Okay, this is probably the location to look for. And of course, a few years back, Zouk, okay, the very famous Zouk in Singapore actually shifted over to Clarke Quay. All right, so they used to be at Jakim, now they shifted over to Clarke Quay. So this is where you enjoy this mega kind of entertainment. See, CapitaLand Mall, okay, take note, one of our selling point for Canninghill Piers, okay, because many of us, especially Singaporeans, we love CapitaLand Mall. Okay, how many of you love CapitaLand Mall? Right? Okay, maybe you just type yes. Or how about you help me? You see so many CapitaLand Mall. Which one do you visit the most? Okay, from your Bedok Mall to your Bugis to your Bukit Panjang, to how many of you goes to J-Cube Orchard Ion? Or maybe you just type it inside, right? Let me know which is your favorite CapitaLand Mall. I see Tampines Mall. All right, for those who are in Bugis, you do enjoy Junction 8. So I think it's undeniable CapitaLand Mall is the #1 and the best operator in terms of shopping mall, at least from my own perspective, right? So if you want, you realize that the tenant mix is always good, right? They have got supporters that follow them. Their tenants are from shopping mall to shopping mall. Yeah, keep it coming, okay? Can see all of you typing in. Okay, so I believe you guys come from staying from different district, different estate. Okay, rest assured, Canninghill Piers is open to many different kind of buyers. Okay, we are very honored to have CapitaLand Mall, okay, coming out with this shopping mall called Canninghill Square. Right, Canninghill Square will be the name of the shopping mall operated by CapitaLand Mall, okay, in this Clarke Quay vicinity. The other selling point, take note, okay, some developments do only have got one MRT station, because accessibility in this location, even though it's already good, but trust me, if you are renting out, your tenant will not be driving most of the time. Okay, we are very privileged. Okay, we are just minutes away from Orchard Road. right? And also to MBFC, where your potential tenant will be working. Okay, easy accessibility on top of MRT station. They probably can also take a river taxi to work. Okay, so people ask you, how do you come to work? Okay, in Chinese, they say 我坐船来的, right? Okay, but on top of that, the main selling point will be the 2 MRT station. It depends on where you want to go, ladies and gentlemen. We have got Fort Canning MRT station, which is at our basement. Okay, it takes you about 1 minute to walk there. For those who are using the downtown line, the one in blue, you are going towards Clarke Quay MRT station. It is probably about 3 minutes walk. Okay, and you can see very well accessible from Clarke Quay, Canninghill Piers. It leads you to different locations of Singapore. Okay, some of you probably will be staying in the northeast 𝒂𝓃𝓃𝓃𝑔𝓽𝓚 region now. If you want to move here, okay, you can always visit your parents, okay, using the MRT. So very, very convenient, not a problem. Just want to share potentially where can this bring you to from Clarke Quay MRT station, which is the northeast line. Okay, one stop, it will bring you to Dhoby Ghaut and Chinatown, which is an interchange, right? It can lead you to other part of Singapore. 2 stop, it will brings you to another 2 more stations, Outram and Little India, also an interchange. 3 stop to Harbourfront, 7 stop to Serangoon, and you realize from Clarke Quay station, okay, you are so near to all the interchange, okay? And downtown line, okay, whereby we see Fort Canning station, 1 stop to Chinatown, 2 stop to Telok Ayer, downtown, where majority of your tenants will be working, so they don't have to drive. If you ask me, okay, if you are going to Marina Bay, Telok Ayer, downtown Bayfront is where they will go day in, day out. So it's very, very convenient. Okay, 5, 6 stop, of course, to Promenade, to Bugis, whereby you can do your shopping, or you can go to the interchange and change another line. So not a problem. Okay, renowned architect, Bragg Ingers Group, okay, BIG in short. Okay, I felt to be a prime high-end luxury integrated project. Architect is really, really important. Okay, so much so about architect, I felt everyone who are listening now, it is important that you visit YouTube and hear some documentaries, the background story about this young gentleman. All right, so if you see his documentary, you realize that he's super talented. Okay, you can guess how young he is. Okay, but he actually made his name. Okay, because somebody actually gave him a chance. Right, so he started BIG back in 2005. Right, slowly he worked his way up. Okay, from Denmark they moved to New York in 2010. Then after which to London and Barcelona at 2016 and 2019 respectively. All right, so he's very talented since young. He loves drawing, this gentleman, right? So whatever he draw, he make it into reality. All right, so just to touch on his age, he's only in his mid-40s. So a lot of big developers see huge potential in this guy. Okay, so that's why we decided to engage him. Right, so if you realize there's this design concept that he's very into, he always like to build something that is special, right? That is different from the neighboring buildings. Okay, it will definitely be iconic, right? Okay, and just in case you do not know, we have got this Capital Spring in Singapore that is also designed by him. Okay, if you don't know where is Capital Spring, okay, no problem, because we are still under construction. Okay, probably many of you will remember Golden Shoe car park. Okay, I remember this is probably the cheapest car park that we can find, okay, in the CBD area. And this is the architect that designed Capital Spring. All right. Okay, he made his name because of this 8 house in Denmark, Copenhagen. Right, so if you realize it's a figure of 8, very iconic, very prominent. Okay, every unit looks different, right? And of course, the second project that he made his name is actually this Via 57 West in New York. Okay, so different perspective from the bird's eye view. Okay, and also from the river frontage you can see. Okay, I just want to share a little bit about some investment upside, how I look at this project in terms of capital appreciation. okay, and rental return, because at this moment we do not have too much information or even perspective about Canninghill Piers. Okay, but if you have made your mind in terms of integrated project, okay, this is something that probably you can wait for. Okay, just want to share with you, it is always important to do a research about what's nearby, okay, the project that you potentially will be buying into. Okay, these are all projects, latest update within 2.5 kilometer, within 2 years, these are their transaction. Okay, so Warwick, okay, average 3,004, highest can go up to almost 5,000. Very near to us, Eden Residence, okay, average about 3,001. Okay, at City Hall, highest about 3,002. Of course, we pride ourselves very much near to South Beach, about 3,003. Even Bugis command average of 3,000. Okay, on the Orchard side, you realize that, okay, high-end luxury integrated, okay, Orchard residence overs about $3,000, highest can go up to 3,600, because generally their sizes at Orchard residence are higher. Even at River Valley is about average 3,001, highest go up to 3,005. Okay, so these are all projects that are very near to us. Okay, I just want to share my opinion. We pride ourselves as high-end luxury integrated development. Okay, integrated development is not new in Singapore, all right, but there's different class and different standard of integrated development. If you want to compare Canninghill Piers, there's only 3 projects, okay, that we pride ourselves comparable or better than them. Okay, one will be South Beach, okay, at Suntec Bugis area, right? Very high-end luxury development. Okay, also got F&B, wine and dine. Of course, everybody's familiar with Orchard Residence, where Orchard Ion is, okay, where all the famous brand, luxury branded are all at Orchard Ion. Of course, recently our tallest residential, okay, the super penthouse that did 2 transactions in 1 year, okay, Warwick Residences. So we are very comparable to these 3 high-end luxury integrated developments. Okay, so if you are looking at this pricing, since we are very comparable to them, you realize that, okay, average pricing for Canninghill Piers, okay, if you take reference from these 3 projects, hovers about $3,340 in terms of average per square foot, right? And if you look at the number of transactions, it's very healthy over the years. These are the past 2 years transaction from 2019 second quarter to current, right? So big and small project, 100 over units. Okay, in terms of rental, some of you probably will be renting out. Just now, if you hear Chris clearly, you also remember him saying that, okay, integrated project usually give you a higher rental yield. So these are very good for potential investor buying for investment, renting it out. So you realize that the average per square foot is about $7.40. Okay, a typical project, normal project in Singapore probably hovers about $3, $3.50. So we are more than double of the per square foot rental. Okay, so you see there's a lot of people who love integrated projects. Okay, just want to share a little bit more. Of course, we pride ourselves like all these projects, but we also need to take note of the investment value that we see within 500 meters from Canninghill Piers. Okay, so if you can see, I actually box them up in green. 500 meters, they still need to walk to MRT station from to Fort Canning MRT, right? They are also transacting as high as $13, $12 per square foot in terms of rental. Okay, these are the past 2 years, which is very relevant. Okay, these 2 years they can still fetch. But average, okay, they potentially your unit at Canninghill Piers can also hit $6 to $7, not a problem. Okay, so you can take reference from this. All these nearest MRT, nobody is nearer than Canninghill Piers. So everybody, all these projects have to walk to Fort Canning. Okay, so I believe when we TOP, right? So all these tenants, okay, if they do have higher budget, they will want to shift over to Canninghill Piers. And look at the number of healthy transactions, how many tenants love this Clarke Quay and Robertson Quay vicinity, right? That offers you lifestyle, okay, and also F&B. So average about $5 per square foot in terms of rental. So if you want to be more specific, because there's different viewers here, some of you probably will be looking at the lower quantum, okay? Probably you can look into my 1 and 2 bedroom. Don't worry, they give you very good per square foot as well. These are project that is 500 meters within Canninghill Piers. Okay, 1 bedroom about $5.30, 2 bedroom about $5.16, right? So of course, if you can see Piers at Robertson, Visanche, RV Point, they have got a little bit more of 1 bedroom. All right, so you realize that, okay, projects like Robertson Edge Imperial, that's how you read the chart here. They don't have 1 bedroom. So later I will show you the supply and demand in this location as well. Okay, so some of you probably will be buying for own stay, or maybe some of you will want to rent it out for a while. Okay, maybe later on when you want to retire, you can move back here. Okay, if you're looking for a bigger unit, 3 or 4 bedroom for own stay with your family, okay, or if you want to rent it out for the first few years, this is the per square foot that you can look into, about $4.30 for the 3 bedroom, $4.18 for the 4 bedroom. Okay, and I don't know whether you all realize from my chart that is deprived of 3 and 4 bedroom in this location, if you ask me. All right, so these are some projects that I would like to showcase to you. Okay, there's 500 meters within Canninghill Piers. Okay, recent transactions. Okay, just to give you further statistics for your investment consideration. Okay, I box them up into demand and supply, yellow for the demand. You realize that for the past 2 years, there is like 200. Okay, let's look at the 1 bedroom first. 202 units rented out. Okay, but for the past 2 years, there's only 11 units, okay, of 1 bedroom being sold. All right, so if you divide accordingly, it just gives you the potential of every unit type that you potentially can be looking at. So 2 bedroom, we have got a little bit more of potential, okay, about 10 times, because you don't, okay, you got 176, but there's only 19 units transacted, so it's about 10.7 times. So quickly, I jump into 4, 5 bedroom. You realize that there's like 18 units, okay, being rented out. Nobody wants to sell, all right? Nobody, whether is it resale, okay, or is it a new launch? Just now I was sharing with you, Canninghill Piers, you don't have a lot of new launches, right? So this location, Clarke Quay, Canninghill Piers will be one of the newer one. Okay, so 0 transaction in the past 2 years. So there, technically, if you got a budget, probably you can consider this 4 or 5 bedroom, because there's no supply, especially brand new high-end luxury integrated project. In short, okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about for the past few slides, you just remember this slide, just take a photo, low supply, high demand. Okay, whether you are buying for own stay or buying for investment, I reckon Canninghill Piers, okay, will receive very good feedback from customers, okay, very good sales, potentially the best investment choice that you can consider. Okay, so in summary, high-end brand new integrated development is something that we pride ourselves. Okay, you don't have too many of such caliber in Singapore real estate context. We are integrated with 21-story Moxy hotel, 20-story service apartment, right, run by Somerset, and 2-story commercial podium run by CapitaLand. Of course, not forgetting we have got our 48-story residential and the other shorter 24-story residential as well, linked by a sky bridge. Okay, a very rare, if you ask me, very difficult to find this kind of land in Singapore. Okay, in front of you got river, behind you is the Fort Canning here, right? 前面有水，后面有山. Okay, in the central region of Singapore. Tallest residential development along Singapore River that is brand new, supported by 2 MRT stations, right? Okay, reputable developer, not only you have 1, now you have got 2 best of the best developer, okay? Renowned architect DIG, so they will come out with very nice facade for sure. High rentability, because first, you don't have a lot of competition, okay? You stand alone, okay, in the heart of Clarke Quay, right? So just now I show you some statistics about rentability and rental yield. Huge upside potential because we are high-end brand new integrated development. Okay, both ideal for investors and own stay. All right, so I just want to share some timeline. Okay, if you are interested, we will be launching very, very soon. I need you to contact your ERA sales people. Okay, drop them a message, telling them that you will be interested in Canninghill Piers. Every time when I receive any perspective or new updates, I will send it to your agent, and I will want your agent to send it to you. Okay, we want you to come and visit our show flat, which is almost ready. Okay, which is directly in front of you see this bridge, right? Can you see my cursor? Okay, once you cross this bridge, my show flat is there. Okay, strictly by appointment when we open. So contact our ERA sales people. Okay, we would like to see you. Estimated August to September. Okay, so of course, I believe you all always have got questions about pricing, and I think, okay, this pricing will definitely make sense to all of you who are listening here, and I mean all of you. Okay, can anybody just guess? Okay, let's talk about the one bedroom. How much do you think CDL and CapitaLand should price such a good development? Can you just type it inside the chat group? Okay, let's have some interaction. Okay, let's talk about the quantum, overall quantum. How much should it be? All right, keep it coming, keep it coming. Okay, guys, if you talk about pricing, you realize that, okay, even when you go into a mass market development, there's a lot of one bedroom. They are now hovering about 1 million plus already, okay, in the mass market. Okay, so I see your pricing, right? I see 1.2, 1.5, etc. Okay, I'm very pleased and I'm very confident, okay, that a lot of investors can now come into such a prime district because of this very palatable quantum, right? So trust me, one bedroom will start from 1 million. Okay, I think anything below 1.5 million for the one bedroom is really something that you should go for. All right, so of course I don't have the size yet. Okay, it can be 400 square feet, 500 square feet, or even bigger than 500 square feet. We do not know yet. Okay, but trust me, the quantum will start from 1 million. Okay, whether you are buying for own stay or buying for investment, I think we have got different choice unit. We go up to the 5-bedroom or even the super penthouse that you can consider. Okay, some of you can also consider investing your money here in Canninghill Piers, because I think if you can hold long term, this will be a very good appreciating asset while you go and rent something, a place whereby you really want to stay. Okay, so contact our ERA salesperson. Okay, meanwhile, I'll probably take some Q&A if you do have any. Okay, so I think the question will always come from this integrated. So you must understand there's a lot of integrated project. Okay, as much as you would like to ask me about different kind of integrated project, so you must look into high-end luxury project. You don't have a lot for comparison, especially in terms of location. We are right smack on top of Fort Canning MRT, support from CapitaLand Clarke Quay, right? So this is something will be highly sought after. Okay, rentability, no problem. We have been doing a lot of transactions here, all the way from River Valley, from Robertson Quay. Okay, you realize that because a lot of commercial office are in MBFC, Marina Bay, Orchard area, sometimes the tenants don't like to stay where they live. Okay, so not too near. So Clarke Quay is a very good position, right? So 2 to 3 stops, they can take train to their workplace and come back to a very quiet corner, right? So on top, okay, of this MRT station. Okay, yes, to go to Showflat, if you come from Fort Canning MRT station, you have to cross the bridge towards our Showflat, but don't go now, that is not open yet. Okay, when we open, ERA sales people will contact you, right? It's all by appointment basis. Okay. Andrew wants to see the summary slide. Sure, let me just go back to the summary slide.
Integrated development at the heart of the CBD Canninghill Piers. On one of the piers is near Fort Canning Park, with recognizable, well-loved